As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. Let's get going then.
First game is Skyrim. It is one of those open-world games that just keeps giving. Released back in 2011, it's still got a massive fan base, and for good reason. The world of Skyrim feels so much alive, with every corner of the map telling its own story. From the snow-capped mountains to the hidden caves, this world is brimming with lore, quests, and NPCs that you can engage with, or ignore entirely if you want to. If you're a fan of dragon slaying, dungeon crawling, or just wandering around and admiring the scenery, Skyrim's world is rich enough to make you feel like you could live there forever. And let's not forget the random encounters that keep things fresh. You might run into a band of marauding bandits one minute, and a friendly traveling merchant the next. The beauty of Skyrim is that it never feels too static, always offering something new around every bend. And thanks to its modding community, you can even change up the experience with new content, making Skyrim feel even more lived in every time you play. Skyrim is more than just a game. It's a world that feels like home. Metro Exodus takes the iconic Metro franchise to a whole new level, and it's one of those games where the world is as much a character as the people in it. Set in a post-apocalyptic Russia, this open world is an unsettling mix of beauty and danger. You're traveling across vast landscapes from snowy forests to desolate deserts, in a desperate attempt to find safety. The world feels incredibly lived in, with details that make it seem like the remnants of civilization are still struggling to survive. What's amazing about Metro Exodus is how alive it feels despite the grim setting. The abandoned cities are filled with the haunting echoes of the past, but there's always something moving, a mutant lurking in the shadows, a train rumbling through the distance, or survivors with their own stories to tell. You can't help but get lost in the world, exploring every corner to uncover its secrets. The dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and survival elements like crafting and resource management make the world feel like it's truly evolving.
Aha, I could use this.
Far Cry 5 takes the open-world chaos you love and sets it in the heart of Montana, where a doomsday cult has taken over the region. What makes this game stand out is how deeply it immerses you into its living world. You're not just running around shooting stuff. You're in a battle for the soul of Hope County. The atmosphere is tense, with people on edge and the cult always lurking around, ready to wreak havoc. But what really makes Far Cry 5 feel alive is the constant interaction with its world. You can drive through the countryside, listen to local radio stations, or just take in the views of the rolling hills and forests. The open world mechanics let you choose how you tackle the chaos. You can liberate outposts, help the locals, or just dive into the story. And with a cast of quirky NPCs and allies, you'll never be short of people to talk to or help. Far Cry 5 blends the action with this weird, unsettling sense of reality, making it a world you're always eager to explore. The beauty of this game is you can approach it however you want. It's your Montana to save.
That's a better death than that piece of shit.
Elder Scrolls Online brings the rich, immersive world of Tamriel into an online, living, breathing space where you can explore with friends or go it solo. The game takes everything you love about the Elder Scrolls series and expands it across a massive, interconnected world. From the snowy peaks of Skyrim to the lush forests of Valenwood, ESO makes every corner of Tamriel feel unique and filled with adventure. What really makes ESO stand out is how alive the world feels. NPCs go about their daily lives, engaging in their own stories while you run into hundreds of other players, all creating their own adventures. The world is packed with activities, whether it's exploring dungeons, crafting powerful gear, or just chatting with other players in bustling towns. Each zone in ESO feels like a fully realized part of the world, with deep lore, quests, and secrets just waiting to be uncovered. ESO's dynamic events, factions, and ongoing story updates ensure that the world never feels static. It's a place that's constantly evolving, keeping you coming back for more. Whether you're fighting off Daedric invasions or simply wandering the world, Elder Scrolls Online has a lived-in vibe that keeps you hooked for hours on end. No Man's Sky is one of the most ambitious open-world games out there, and its world feels incredibly alive in ways you wouldn't expect from a space exploration game. When it first launched, it had its struggles, but now, it's a thriving universe full of countless planets, each with its own ecosystems, creatures, and biomes. You're not just exploring random worlds, you're discovering unique landscapes that seem to have their own identities. The sheer scale of it all is mind-blowing, with over 18 quintillion planets to explore. What really makes No Man's Sky feel lived in is the constant sense of discovery. Every planet you land on has its own set of mysteries, whether that's a new creature to catalog, an ancient ruin to uncover, or a hidden resource to harvest. The game's updates have added multiplayer features, allowing you to team up with friends to build bases, explore planets, or tackle missions together. The real magic of No Man's Sky is in the little details. The way the environments react to your actions, the way NPCs interact with you, and how every exploration feels like a part of a larger, ever-expanding universe. The game has gone from a quiet, lonely adventure to a constantly evolving, living world that feels infinite. Days Gone offers a post-apocalyptic world that feels incredibly lived in, where the harsh realities of survival shape every corner of the landscape. Set in a world overrun by zombie-like freakers, you play as Deacon St. John, a drifter and bounty hunter navigating the desolate remnants of Oregon. What makes Days Gone stand out is the way the world seems to breathe. It's filled with dangerous encounters, but also moments of peace and beauty, like the quiet forests and stunning mountain views. The game's open world is packed with dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and of course, hordes of freakers that keep the tension high. But it's not just the enemies that make this world feel alive. The camps you visit, the survivors you meet, and the stories they tell create a world that feels deeply personal. Each location has its own vibe, from small, makeshift settlements to overrun towns, all with their own history and secrets to uncover. Days Gone is all about survival, and that makes the world feel like it's constantly evolving. If you're scavenging for supplies, fighting off a horde, or just riding your motorcycle through the wilderness, you're always engaged in a world that feels both terrifying and real. Assassin's Creed Odyssey transports you to ancient Greece, a world rich with history, mythology, and adventure. From the sun-kissed shores of the Aegean Sea to the grand cities like Athens, this open-world game is packed with stunning landscapes and vibrant culture. The world feels alive not only because of its breathtaking visuals, but because every interaction, whether with a merchant or a fellow mercenary, adds depth to the experience. What really makes Odyssey's world feel lived in is its dynamic nature. The Greek world is constantly changing depending on your choices, whether that's battling in epic wars between Athens and Sparta, or helping NPCs in smaller, personal quests. Your actions shape the fate of entire cities, and the world reacts accordingly. You can explore ruins, participate in naval battles, or climb to the top of mountains to overlook entire regions, each filled with secrets waiting to be discovered. The people you meet in the game, from citizens to soldiers, all have their own stories and roles to play. This makes Odyssey feel more like a living, breathing world where everything has a purpose.
I can't believe I killed the Minotaur! Water would be so proud!
Next up is Horizon Zero Dawn presents a breathtaking, post-apocalyptic world where nature has reclaimed the Earth and robotic creatures roam the land. What makes this world feel so alive is the perfect blend of lush wilderness and futuristic tech. You'll explore vast open landscapes from towering mountains to dense forests, all while facing off against mechanized beasts that seem more alive than mechanical. The world of Horizon Zero Dawn is deeply immersive, with ecosystems and weather systems that affect gameplay. The wildlife, including both robotic and organic creatures, interact with each other, creating a natural flow that makes the environment feel dynamic and real. You can spend hours just exploring the world, hunting, crafting, or interacting with the different tribes that call this land home. Each region offers its own set of challenges and stories to discover. Aloy, the protagonist, isn't just fighting for survival, she's uncovering the secrets of a world that was once advanced but fell into ruin. Every story you uncover, every machine you battle, and every NPC you meet enriches the world, making it feel like you're truly stepping into a living, breathing environment. Fallout 4's world feels like it's been lived in, abandoned, and rebuilt time and time again. Set in a post-apocalyptic Boston, the Commonwealth is a harsh and unforgiving wasteland, full of mystery, danger, and the remnants of a once great civilization. From ruined buildings to overgrown streets, Every corner of the map is packed with details that tell the story of what happened before the bombs dropped and what's been happening since. What makes Fallout 4's world so compelling is how alive it feels, even in its devastation. The people you meet, from survivors in makeshift settlements to hostile factions, all have their own agendas, making every encounter feel significant. Whether you're scavenging for materials, joining a faction, or just exploring an old neighborhood, there's always something to discover. And let's not forget the creatures, from mutated beasts to the terrifying synths that keep you on your toes. The choices you make throughout the game shape the world around you, influencing settlements, alliances, and even the fate of Boston itself. The depth of exploration and the side quests of this game are amazing. Watch Dogs 2 takes the open-world experience to San Francisco, where the streets are alive with tech, culture, and rebellion. Set in a vibrant and bustling city, it's not just about hacking into systems. It's about exploring a world that feels like it could be tomorrow's reality. From the iconic Golden Gate Bridge to the colorful neighborhoods, the world of Watch Dogs 2 is immersive, with every corner offering something to interact with. What makes Watch Dogs 2 feel lived in is its attention to detail. If you're driving through busy streets, taking in the sights, or hacking into everything from security cameras to drones, it's clear that the game's world is designed to be as interactive as possible. People go about their daily routines, technology is deeply integrated into society, and every mission or encounter can be handled in multiple ways, allowing you to shape your experience. The NPCs feel almost like real players, each with their own stories, and you're always finding new ways to interact with the environment. From helping out locals to pulling off epic hacks, there's always something happening in the world around you. The Witcher 3. Wild Hunt takes you to a medieval-inspired world that feels more like a living, breathing organism than a simple video game setting. Set in the war-torn lands of the continent, where elves, monsters, and humans all try to carve out a place in a world on the brink of destruction, this open world feels alive in ways that few games can match. Whether you're navigating the dense forests of Velen or exploring the bustling streets of Novigrad, every corner of this world holds stories, secrets, and challenges. What makes The Witcher 3 so captivating is its attention to detail. The world is full of life, NPCs going about their day, towns bustling with activities, and every monster hunt adding to the world's lore. The choices you make throughout the game shape the world around you, and the consequences of those decisions are deeply felt, creating a world that constantly reacts to your presence. The Witcher 3 is not just any normal game. It's a world that lives and breathes, pulling you into its complex web of politics, monsters, and human drama. It's a place you'll want to get lost in again and again. Ghost of Tsushima immerses you in feudal Japan during the Mongol invasion, and it's a world that truly feels alive. The island of Tsushima is stunning, with its vibrant landscapes, flowing rivers, and sprawling forests. Every part of the world, from the quiet villages to the war-torn fields, is meticulously crafted to make you feel like you're walking through a living history. The game blends action, exploration, and storytelling to make the island feel as if it has a pulse. What really makes Ghost of Tsushima stand out is its dynamic nature. The environment reacts to your actions if you're engaging in intense sword fights with the invaders, or simply riding through fields of tall grass in search of bamboo. The wildlife, such as foxes, hares, and birds, guide you on your journey, further enhancing the feeling of being in a living, breathing world. The game also offers a variety of side activities that keep the world from feeling static, like bamboo cutting challenges, haiku spots, and exploring hidden shrines. The character interactions are rich. Every choice you make, from the way you fight to the way you interact with others, has a lasting effect on the world and its people. It makes you feel connected to it in a way few open-world games can match. Next game is Grand Theft Auto 5. What truly makes GTA 5 is its world so lived in is its attention to detail. The city is alive with cars driving, pedestrians walking, and various activities happening throughout the day. The world feels reactive, with dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and events that unfold based on your actions. The game's multiple protagonists, Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, give you different perspectives on the world, offering a variety of experiences. If you're playing the story or exploring the countless side activities like sports, missions, or even flying a plane, every part of the game feels full of life. The bustling city, the quiet countryside, and even the underwater exploration all contribute to a world that never feels empty. Cyberpunk 2077 presents a futuristic, neon-lit city like a beast. This sprawling metropolis is filled with towering skyscrapers, dark alleys, and vibrant streets that pulse with life, offering a chaotic yet immersive world. Night City feels alive in every sense. From the conversations of random NPCs to the futuristic vehicles speeding by, it's clear that this city is constantly in motion. What sets Cyberpunk 2077 apart is the sheer depth of its urban environment. Each district in Night City has its own distinct personality, whether it's the luxurious corporate zones or the gritty, neon-soaked slums. The people you meet along the way, from street vendors to gang members, all have unique backstories, making the city feel populated and personal. The narrative, combined with the interactions you have, makes the world feel like it has its own life and rhythm. From dynamic weather patterns to bustling markets, Cyberpunk 2077 creates a future that's as immersive and reactive as it is visually amazing. It's a world that, while packed with corruption and danger, also invites you to get lost in it, uncovering its mysteries, secrets, and endless possibilities. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild offers a truly open-world experience that's both breathtaking and alive with possibility. This game redefines the open-world genre by offering a world that feels more like a living organism than just a game map. From towering mountains to lush forests, serene lakes, and desolate deserts, the world is rich with details, natural beauty, and hidden secrets just waiting to be discovered. The reason why Breath of the Wild's world is so captivating is the way it encourages exploration. The environment itself is a dynamic puzzle, with weather changes, natural hazards, and even wildlife that react to your presence. The world feels responsive. Climb a mountain, and you might see the weather change or find a new path to follow. From the buzzing villages to the wild, untamed nature, there's always something to interact with, whether it's a random side quest or a hidden shrine. The freedom to approach situations however you like, whether through stealth, combat, or creativity, makes each player's journey feel unique. Breath of the Wild's world is a canvas, and you're free to paint your own adventure, with its constantly shifting environments and the constant pull of curiosity. It's a game where the world invites you to become part of it, making each step in Hyrule feel like an essential part of your own story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on the latest and greatest games. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got a game you'd love to see in a future video? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned and see you next time.